Welcome back, everybody, to more Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom. So, I made a boo-boo and forgot to save after my last, run. And because I did, I now have to kill Arcana again. So we're gonna try and make this brief as things can get in this fucking game. We'll see what happens. Okay. Joey, go over there. Taya, go down there. Mai, go down there. Oogie, head straight for Arcana. I'm gonna order Yugi to move here. Now those guys are gonna move off from where they are going initially. I'm gonna redirect Mai straight towards Arcana. Evening cringe roll. Will you just stop with the fucking cringed shit? Good God. Like, you mean cringe so much. Now, the main reason I'm doing this with Joey is Joey kind of panhandled these guys the quickest last time. Welcome, babe. So I'm going to do this mission correctly this time. I'm irritated that I have to do this mission again, but it was my fault for not saving. She refused to execute the Gemini attack? I'm confused. You're not gonna yell at it again? I'm gonna be doing this correctly this time. I wasn't doing it right. Alright, let's bitch slap some elves here, ladies and gentlemen. The Imperium of Man would be proud. And now they can't do their super attack. What, babe? Gotta take it easy. You were experiencing a skill issue. I'm gonna smack the hell out of you, I swear to God. Aquamador, waiting was a mistake, because now I'm gonna beat stick you. Really? Good God, Joey, like, nuked her. That guy got shit canned. Oh, that was funny. Are you ready to die? We are actually getting to the point where attacks will start to... Excuse me, will start to inflict status ailments and shit like that. So some moves will actually start doing that, and you will have to be wary of that. Goblin's Secret Remedy is the cure, and I will probably not use it. Making fun of Seth is half my goal. I mean, at least you know how to have fun on some level. Liz. True medicine? Don't bully your friends. What kind of friend are you? The kind that doesn't bully friends. Thank God I don't have to sacrifice things to let Panther Warrior attack in this game like I would in the fight. And Joey got more attack power. Panther Warrior got that action point again. Invitation to a Dark Sleep. Attacking Dark Clown and Phantom Duel. If anybody's wondering why I don't really have much trivia on those three, it's because realistically, there's not really any trivia to have. These guys don't really have a lot of time in the anime. They're not really important creatures that appear in the card game. Mostly, they're just kind of here. And yeah. Rev! Farewell. How's you in poops? Gee, thanks, Mickey. Soul Spear! Panther Warrior is a really, really strong monster in this game. Good God. All guys that need their asses kicked are on the way. I don't like the sound of them apples, Will. What are we gonna do? It's fun. He missed. About to try the new class for Warhammer Dark Tide. That class is predominantly close combat and melee orientation. It does have a little bit of minion capacity though, because it comes with its own Warhound. It gets a Warhammer Mastiff. Actually, I think Fox is gonna love that quest. I did want to point out, and I don't know why, but Disney Plus's new Ironheart series came out about Riri Williams, the person they wanted to try to use to replace Tony Stark Iron Man in the comics, and it never worked. Familiar with Darktide, don't like the weird name validation crap. I don't know what you're talking about with name validation. Like, I legitimately have no idea what the hell that means. So far, everything I have seen about the new Ironheart TV series, though, people have made the mistake of review bombing the show before they've actually watched it. My response to that is please put yourself through the suffering of watching the show before you review it. I know it's going to be a horrible Disney show because it's Disney Marvel in the modern day, and they haven't been able to make anything good since Avengers Endgame. And Avengers Endgame was a decent movie. I know a lot of people still hated that movie. I actually didn't. I liked Endgame. Seriously, can't name my Mastiff Bandit, but Executioner is a fine name. Ironheart in the comics is bad too. Yes, Ironheart in the comics is actually a horrible character. Because essentially the entire idea behind Ironheart in the comic books is she is essentially a gigantic narcissist. And she was written to effectively be... And I don't know who the hell wrote her this way, but she was wrote to be some dumb jackass's stand-in. Or self-insert, basically. I know he's guarding, but he's only got 5 hit points left. That should... Yeah, I figured that was still going to kill him. And I really didn't want to let him have another chance at an action point. Riri basically is a little girl who is of the mind that people like Tony Stark, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, they got super, rich, not because they were geniuses, but because they started with boatloads of money. And that's literally the 3 names that they give to start you off. In her little, I don't know, ring-dinger of a show, I guess? Or comic strip, and my response to that is emphatic. Bill Gates and Steve Jobs were 2 kids in a high school or a college, all right? They went to this high school and this college as students who did not actually have millions of dollars. They built their fortunes from the ground up using nothing but amateur programming techniques, amateur programming systems, and amateur programming ideas. These guys were kids who started with nothing, had good business sense, and built themselves into fucking billionaires. That are both, Bill Gates died, I believe, and but the point is that these 2 managed to turn themselves into billionaires because... Oh, Steve Jobs is the one who's dead. Okay. I knew one of them died. I couldn't remember who. But that's not my point. Like, my point is that these are 2 people that became billionaires in their lifetime and did not have billions to start, right? Riri Williams' idea of, I gotta make it rich, is because she thinks she needs billions of dollars to fund all of her great ideas and to fund her immense genius, but has absolutely no idea how to actually get funding by working from the ground up. She thinks you need to start at the top in order to actually be at the top. You can't start a billionaire and actually hold your empire. There are plenty of historical moments where, yeah, there's the second Rengeki, I knew it was going to happen. Of historical moments where tons of people who just had billions of dollars thrown at them, they would destroy the billion-dollar empires in a New York minute. Because they had no idea how to manage it, or control it, or command it. I'm gonna kill that invitation of dark sleep before I die. Mai was the perfect person to set for us. Riri then spends a lot of time using, like, committing to plagiarism, stealing from other students. When it comes to their money, she commits to plagiarism and sells the plagiaristic writings in order to get kids good grades all across the school district. This is literally how Riri Williams thought that she should work, is by basically violating every kind of half-decent moral and ruining the hard work of other people. I knew this series was going to be bad the moment I heard about Riri Williams' entire breakdown. I didn't bring this subject up to tell you how bad Riri Williams is. I bring this subject up because if you're going to talk about a series, you should probably watch it first, because if you don't before you go and negatively review it, people are going to have ammunition to be able to use to say, well, that guy just hated the series because he was a bigot. That guy just hating on the series that he ain't even watched, that he ain't even given it a chance. Don't do that. I don't want you to do that because I want this show to fail legitimately, and it needs to fail legitimately. I'm not saying go watch the entire series. Watch the first 2 fucking episodes. If a series can't pull you in by the first 2 episodes, it's not a good show. It's not. No, if you can't draw my interest with the very first episode, we have a problem. If you can't draw my interest after 2 episodes, my question is, what the fuck did you do with your opening? Because you clearly didn't do it right. The very first episode you have should be enough to pull people in, hook, line, and sinker, if you're actually gonna get people to watch it. Giving you multiple episodes to be able to earn my viewership is just me being generous. I shouldn't need more than 1 episode to go, I want to watch this. And I needed that with Andor. Because the entire first episode of Andor was fucking boring. But, yeah, like, Ironheart I knew was just gonna be bad because it's Disney Marvel, post-Endgame, and virtually everything they've made, with 1 or 2 rare exceptions after Endgame, has just been terrible. They don't make good movies anymore. Fuck off, you dick. These illusory gentleman-obsessed ass monkeys. I swear the theme for Arcana was, let's do necromancy. Alright. Yugi is now able to take on Arcana because 2 out of the 3 Raigekis have been used up. We'll bring Taya over here, and then I should only need 1 round to regenerate my health. But that's, unfortunately, like, I lost mine. You pretty much have to lose somebody in order to be able to get this. I didn't lose anybody by sheer dumb luck last time. Ugh. Ow. 555 fucking give him like 700 hit points. Yeah, damn near. Shit. It annoys me that they call Dark Magician Girl's attack Murky Burning in this game. Dark Magician Girl's attack is actually Dark Burning attack, not Murky Burning. The reason why they call it Murky Burning is because Dark Burning attack was given to Dark Magician as a special ability that he learns at a specific level. Anyway, that's pretty much the only thing I wanted to say about it. I'm not going to go on and on and on about Ironheart. I don't want to, I don't care to, I don't need to. It's bad and it should feel bad. And I honestly don't know why Disney wasted the resources making it. I'm trying to make sure that I have enough HP to weather the Raigeki, because he's almost certainly going to get to use it before I can kill him all. I'm shocked he hasn't tried to use it right away. He's going to guard. Oh, he used Dark Magic. He refused to use his third Dark Burn, or his third Raigeki. That's very weird. I would have thought he would have popped it off the instant Yugi walked in the room. Alright, get trashed, Arcana. And it only took 24 minutes to do. There we go. How could Scott delete his own characters? I mean, you saw what he did to Heishin, right? I know I saw that. So yeah, in the middle of almost beating these guys, we're now just gonna randomly not go where we originally said we were gonna go. We're not gonna keep fighting the bad guys. We're just gonna be like, oh well, there's this weird ruin here full of the power of chaos. Let's go do something with that. I do like Darktide. I really need to devote a lot more time to it than I have. So here's the second Dark Magician. It's actually perfect for Bakura. So Arcana's Dark Magician is actually going to root around in Bakura's team. I was trying to do that. And this is largely because Arcana's Dark Magician technically counts as a separate monster. So now Bakura has his own personal heavy hitter. It does, particularly when you consider who's lurking inside of Bakura's mind. Lurking, shout if you need me. Oh, I didn't mean to assemble a team again. Me hitting wrong buttons. Oops. Okay, now that I've retreaded that ground for like the 4th time, let's go beat ass. Okay. This fight is a little weird. Because we have a shoddy. We have a shoddy. We have a shoddy. Oh look, there's another shoddy. We need to liberate Muno first. That's actually our end goal. Okay, so first we need to attack Jananva. The game is again trying to recommend letting Yugi do literally everything. Who's at Jananva? King of Yamimikai, Castle of Dark Illusions, and Reaper of the Cards. Okay. Actually, no. I was gonna have Joey do that, but you go beat that ass. And then, send Genjin and 2 Battle Oxes. That's a Joey problem. And then Tristan can head to Fiorente. And when they're done with their job, we will go collect the hidden monster in the stage. There is a hidden monster in the stage. I want everybody to be aware of that, and I will get him. The dad has called me and I must answer. Okay, those guys don't have items. They don't have items. I sense a disturbance in your heart. Doubt will bring ruin upon you. See, Mai is so powerful, though. She's arguably tougher than Yugi right now. She has way more action points. Her monsters are almost as powerful. Mai actually has what I would consider to be the ideal team right now. What are you thinking for dinner tonight, baby? Oh? What you making? Ah. You're doing another meatloaf. I can actually heat up some of my noodles to go as a side with that I have left over from the other day. Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about 3-day-old noodles that I have sitting in the fridge. But yes, go ahead and make those anyway. I actually wonder how those will taste when I put the spice sauce on. Not goddamn. Maya's barely taking damage here, and she's already killed one of them. Noodles King. Wait, 3-day-old noodles? They've been in the fridge for 3 days. They're fine. They're not 3-day-old noodles that have been sitting out. If they've been sitting out, I would have burned them. And then I would have thrown them out while they were still on fire. Because hell no. No, I made some ramen the other day, and then I had more than I needed, and I put the rest in a bowl with the rest of its juice, and that's where it's been. Yeah, no, I don't eat 3-day-old food that's been laying out. I'm not that... I am nowhere near that disgusting. Thank you very damn kindly. Oh, the very thought of that actually kind of makes my stomach turn. If it's been out overnight, and usually only if it's had a, like, lid on top of it, that's as close to dangerous as I will get. But I have to be in a very clean and bug-free home, and I live in a very clean and bug-free home. I go out of my way to make sure my house is very clean, at least, especially compared to the state of my mother's house currently, but my mother's house is not a trash pile. I have seen houses that look like trash piles that are disturbing. Have you seen a hoarder's house? I have. I had to help clean one out. That wasn't fun. Yeah, baby! She got those guys in one go. She had so many action points. Oh, man. Her Harpy ladies are so good. Final flame acquired? Machine King was discovered in the ruins. Machine King has joined your forces. Yup, and that's how you get Machine King. Alright, Yugi I actually want, before he goes where he's supposed to, I want him to go down here. Actually, I'll send him there first, specifically, because the monster that I'm looking for is somewhere directly south of Jananda. And that's the hidden creature. There's Tristan with Summon Skull. If you're wondering why I'm building up Mystic Horsemen and I don't have Battle Ox, I believe I don't get Battle Ox until I get Kaiba's campaign. Oh, you mean Horde mode for Space Marine 2. And yeah, it is. I look forward to playing that with the boys. Fucking autocorrect. Those that disturb my slumber must pay the price! You say that like you're intimidating, Shoddy, and you are literally the worst duelist in Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Oh my god! Those Battle Oxes have a lot of action points. Oh shit. Okay, all three of these guys are stat bags. Excuse me. Okay, this is actually gonna hurt a lot more than I thought it was. Maybe not. Joey's monsters are pretty rock solid. These guys are not hitting me as hard as I was afraid they were going to. And there goes one Battle Ox, so that's 4 more attacks I don't have to deal with. Every single star you see under a monster that dies is an action that they didn't get to take. That's damage you didn't have to deal with. Panther Warrior is so OP. I remember him being a good monster. God damn it, Guilty. But I don't remember him being this broken. Holy shit. Panther Warrior, bro. Look at you beating that ass like it's free. He goes, what the fuck you talking about? Everybody has to pay me for this. I don't cut people up for free. No, you don't. Don't you worry. We take good care of you. Good God, he tore those guys to pieces. Jesus! You see why you don't just feed Yugi all the experience guide makers? Look at what he just did! That wasn't even Yugi. Ooh! Oh, that's gonna taste so good. Oh my God, I look forward to that. Oh my God. Oh, honey, that sounds magical. I'm going to eat so well when it comes to my breakfast for the next few days. Ooh. Oh my God, that's a wonderful breakfast. 1,200 gold, and I've got a gravity bind trap. Nice! Yeah, you have to activate them using a certain system. Some of them will trigger automatically. Others don't trigger unless you manually activate them like Raigeki. But Raigeki was supposed to be a spell more than a trap card. Oh, excuse me. I must test the power of the one that attempts to break the seal. 2 Dark Elves and a frickin' Cosmo Queen. Okay, Cosmo Queen has a health regeneration effect on her. Okay. Interesting. Well, we're going to ignore Cosmo Queen for the first few rounds, so that regeneration effect is probably going to wear off by the time we start beating on her. All 3 of these monsters are pretty strong. Cosmo Queen is a really interesting creature because she is the strongest spellcaster in Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, the video game. She is a ritual monster, originally. And actually a pretty damn strong one for OG Yu-Gi-Oh! She's actually slightly more powerful than the Magician of Black Chaos. She starts with 2,900 attack and 2,400 defense. She was later used by a old man prisoner strategist duelist of some kind in Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. She's seen a couple of weird random pop-ups in a couple of other animations or moments in the anime, but she's never really had her own dedicated deck in Duelist. And she was never properly retrained either, which sucks to me because Cosmo Queen has a really cool design, and a really cool name. Like, she's an awesome looking creature. She kind of reminds me of Edenia or Edea from Final Fantasy VIII. One of the few good things about Final Fantasy VIII. Dark Lightning! Or as Yugi calls it, Lightning Strike! Shadow Master basically throws a fucking meteor at somebody. It's all fun and games until some dickhead starts throwing suns around. That was a Seven Deadly Sins reference. First couple of seasons of that anime are really good. Admittedly, it does start to fall off a little bit as it goes. There's actually multiple hidden creatures on this map, by the way. I did not realize this when I first opened my mouth, but there is. Machine King can join you in this map. There's one other creature that will join you if you find them in this map. And then when you beat the last shoddy, you unlock the Blackluster Ritual, which is a bit of a misnomer, and I really don't like that. But I will explain my problem with that here in a minute. Tristan's team is actually doing pretty good, but you'll notice he kind of did the worst out of everybody here in terms of taking on... Yeah, but what's funny is he actually did a good job this time, even though he didn't do what I would consider a great job. Yugi made it to where he's going. Okay. Get rid of the last Dark Elf. Heal the Mystic Horseman so that he doesn't get one shot by Cosmo Tree. And let's start delivering the Pain Train. I wish I could recruit her, but I don't remember how you get Cosmo Train. I don't think you get her from this mission. In fact, I'm pretty proof positive. Whoa. Pretty proof positive you don't. But I believe you can recruit her later. I legitimately forget how. Yeah, that regeneration effect is actually going to be a little annoying. And we need to heal him again. Good God, he took a lot of damage there. She hits so hard. She's the queen of the cosmos for a fucking reason, man. Got a lot of action in this thing. Yeah. Go down. Ah! She's guarding. Okay. Well, let's blue medicine him so that he's got good health. She guarded so she could get enough health to possibly live through another attack. The AI in this game is not totally brain dead. Get her! Come on, Mr. Horseman, don't let me down. Oh, thank God. Oh. Oh, jeez. Mirror Force acquired. Beta the Magnet Warrior was discovered in the ruins. Beta the Magnet Warrior has joined your army. Okay, you need to send Yugi directly south of here. I'm gonna send Taya down to where Joey is real quick. Dragon Piper was discovered in some small ruins in the forest. Dragon Piper has joined your forces. So if you wanted Dragon Piper, there you go. Now you have him. I don't want him. I largely got him just to have him. Okay, now the last area we need to take down is this one. This is going to be Yugi's target right here. Zombie Warrior, Pump King, and Dragon Zombie. And none of them have any items. Pump King is easily the most forgettable monster here. So we need to get rid of Zombie Warrior and Dragon Zombie first. Now the main reason I'm moving Yugi over here is because if you take the right path to get to the final area, there's one more hidden monster in this area. And it's actually a decent monster. You kind of don't want to miss this one. Dragon Piper, that monster's pretty forgettable. This guy, I wouldn't necessarily call the one I'm trying to find now forgettable. Labyrinth Tank was discovered in small ruins in the forest. Labyrinth Tank has joined your forces. That is actually kind of a good monster. We've had Labyrinth Tank kind of kick our nutsacks in a little bit earlier in this game. Labyrinth Tank is a fusion monster in the actual TCG with 2400 attack and 2400 defense. It made its debut in the duel against Yugi Moto and Joey Wheeler, wielded by the Paradox Brothers. Specifically, it was summoned by Dox, and it is basically a monster in this game that is slightly weaker than Dark Magician, and that actually makes it kind of decent. Its action points are a little bit limited, though, but if you want it and you want to make use of it, you now can. And he's not the worst monster in the game to use. He's stat baggy enough. He would actually be kind of helpful. There is a great power attempting to come into this world. It is time for me to face my final task. I can't do shoddy for shit, and I apologize to everybody who has to listen to my attempt at it. But I can't not try. Skull Shredder. Armored zombie. Oh my god, paralysis. What? Okay. I didn't know he could do that. I don't remember him being able to do that. Okay. He's gotta die first. I cannot have my monsters getting paralyzed and my entire team being made useless. The Dream Realm is taking me. Good night. Sleep well, Liz. Good night, child. Oh, not my illusory gentleman, no! 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 Oh, God. Oh, this situation devolved really fast. Oh, no. Like, I've still got a lot of hit points, but... And these guys aren't doing that much damage, but... Oh, this could be a problem real fast. It was pretty funny to watch Punk King miss an attack, though. Oh, shit. Oh, he's guarding now. Fuck you. What an ice hole. Okay, I need to heal the illusory gentleman because he's taking a little bit too much damage. Ow. Oh god, no. Okay, he hit Dark Magician again. I can live with that. I just need Dark Magician Girl to be able to move to hit him. Come on, girl, take him out. Please don't miss. Please kill him. Good girl. Oh. Oh my god, that could have been so bad. Clearly, I need to start stockpiling Goblin's secret remedy. And now the paralysis wears off. These two are going to heal themselves. And I'll have the illusory gentleman. What? Yeah, no, they've got no more action, so at this point, they're kind of at my mercy. Oh, it's a complete lack thereof. In the words of Major Chip Hazard from Small Soldiers, there will be no mercy. I can't do Tommy Lee Jones for Jack. And I don't apologize for that. Only Tommy Lee Jones can do Tommy Lee Jones. I really should have healed her with a red medicine. No, but it would have saved an action and I... Oh, nice, Dark Magician. Mahad! Come on, bro! You don't have that many action points to begin with, you dick! No, 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 you are going to redeem yourself by killing that thing. Good God. Hey, Shoddy, I didn't just get to kick your ass once in this mission. I got to kick your ass 4 times! You're that bad at duel monsters! Emotional damage! Fucking Merrick in the background. I'm watching every move you make, little Yugi. Yeah? Really? Well, watch this. Insert Tommy Lee Jones saying I can't sanction your buffoonery to Jim Carrey. That wasn't Batman Returns, that was Batman Forever. Dark Magician Girl, you carried these boys. You deserve the killing blow. And now I know how broken Armored Zombie gets. I think I'm gonna keep Armored Zombie when I inevitably get him. Yeah, Batman Returns was Penguin with Danny DeVito. And yeah, and Catwoman, who is played by Michelle Pfeiffer, thank you. Bless of Moonlight acquired. Millennium Golem has joined your army. Obtained a Raigeki, a Riroku, and a Black Luster Ritual. Ugh. I just popped my back. Face off. Hoping to surround the capital of Siegvarts, Yugi attacks the eastern fortress of Nonbur Castle. The majestic Nonbur Castle overlooks a lake and used to be the seat of the imperial family. But it was abandoned in the confusion as the empire started to fall. As Yugi's forces approached Nonbur Castle, he found something he had not expected. The imposing castle was being guarded by none other than the master of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Kaiba? Kaiba? Now why would Kaiba want to work for this cockhead? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Magician of Black Chaos! If you evolve Dark Magician, you can use Black Luster Ritual on Dark Magician. You can also use it on one other monster. We'll be getting that monster in the next sequence. But, honestly, I don't think Dark Magician is a worthy trade into Magician of Black Chaos because he's a little stronger now, but that's really about it. The other monster gets significantly more powerful and actually ends up with more power than Magician of Black Chaos starts with. That said, if you play through Yugi's campaign a second time and get to this mission, you will get another Black Luster Ritual you can use on the other monster and get the other creature. So it's not the end of the world if you don't do it the first time. And if you're a psycho completionist like I sometimes am, you will probably want to do this just to be able to get all the monsters. And I will also warn you about something else. You will remember that I gave Dark Magician number 2 to Bakura. Please be aware of something. Bakura's Dark Magician, the Dark Magician number 2, as this game calls him, cannot use the Magician of Black Chaos Black Luster Ritual transformation. Only Yugi's Dark Magician is allowed to do that. So, please keep that in mind. If you want to try and do that twice, you can't do that to anybody but Yugi's Dark Magician. So, Yugi, come. Kaiba! Tell me why you're helping Scott! Words have such little value on the battlefield. It doesn't matter what I say. You and I are destined to fight. Right here, right now. If you really want to know, you'll have to defeat me first, Yugi. Then you leave me no choice, Kaiba! Okay. The game wants me to make, or the guide, again, wants me to make Yugi the defending marshal. No. No, Bakura has a Dark Magician that he needs to upgrade. I do, however, want to understand what I'm about to be fighting. Kaiser Dragon and a couple of Guiltias? Actually not that threatening. They don't have any items. It's also worth noting, when you transform Yugi's Dark Magician into the Magician of Black Chaos, it will actually retain its original level. So, Dark Magician does not go down in level just because you evolve him. He actually will keep his high-level status and all of his statistics. I believe transforming him into the Magician of Black Chaos unlocks his ability, Dark Burning, which is a very useful skill. I am a little disappointed that Buster Blader is not available in this game, because I don't think he is. I don't remember being able to pick him up. Damn, he almost killed him. And he chose to wait! Dumbass. Good God, Bakura tore these guys inside out. Do I know how to play this game or what? Apparently. Jesus! His monsters aren't even high level! Like, almost everybody should be around level 30 right now. Bakura's monsters are not even up to par. Alright, what's available for the trader? Bought a shitload of Goblin secret remedies, because I am gonna need to start using those. Alright, you get pimp slapped out of my way. Go to hell, hobo. That is not a stab at homeless people. I'm sure some dickhead on the internet will try to do that. Huh? Insect Queen, Hercules, Beetle, and Dungeon Worm. Oh my. Okay. Kaiba has a polymerization on all 3 of his dragons. He has 3 blue eyes, by the way, in this game. Searu, Parrot Dragon, Harpy's Pet Dragon. Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. I've got a couple of ideas for that shit. Okay. Dungeon Worm is the most problematic monster here. Insect Queen is powerful, but she's only got 2 action points, so her maximum damage potential is actually kind of bad. And Hercules Beetle doesn't hit as hard as this other creature does. You will notice that Arcana's Dark Magician looks a little bit different than Yugi's. Realistically in this game, it doesn't even actually have its proper model. It's mostly just a palette swap. They basically just took Dark Magician's original colors and darkened them. Gave him a slightly deeper dark tinge. Tomorrow I will not be streaming this game because a friend of mine wants to mess around with a new class. And that came out for oh my god. Rogue Trader. Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. And he is finally free for us to do more Rogue Trader. Queen's Inferno, bruh. It's a laser beam! Reminds me of that fucking scene from the Mortal Kombat movie. Was that a laser beam? I told you I'd get mine first. That movie was so disappointing in retrospect. It tried to do way too much. Like, it tried to include like 15 characters, 20 characters from Mortal Kombat, all in one movie that was like an hour and a half fucking long. It would have been better if they broke it down to like a 3-hour flick if they wanted to do that, so they'd have enough time to get you the newest reboot that they tried to make. Like, it wasn't political or anything, it was just a bad movie. And it was bad because it tried to do entirely too much with entirely too little. It also tried to introduce a new character that was kind of... I guess they were kind of supposed to be like an audience insert almost, where they were there with all of the characters and they're new to all these characters and they're being introduced to all of these characters all at once. But the plot of the movie is so shoddily written that it just came off terribly. And a lot of people tried to say that his Arcana was literally plot armor. I did not agree with that when I first watched it. I don't think I agree with it now, but I do think that he wasn't particularly well written, and I definitely think the film suffered because it was not particularly well written in that case. God damn it. The action in that film was actually pretty good. The special effects weren't terrible, but they weren't that great either. And Shang Tsung and, what's his face? Raiden. They were the 2 least interesting characters in the movie. Which is funny because if you watch the original Mortal Kombat film from 1995, they make a lot of mistakes with that movie too, but Shang Tsung and Raiden are the 2 most interesting characters in the movie. Because they are the 2 most charismatic and mysterious characters. In the Mortal Kombat film reboot that I'm talking about that was made recently, they managed to take two characters that have auras of mystique, intimidation factor, charm, and in the case of Shang Tsung, conniving, murderous sadism, and turn them into the most disinteresting fuckers on the planet. I don't know how the hell you take Shang Tsung and make him a completely uninteresting character, but that movie figured out how to do it. And honestly, I wish they hadn't. Because it was painful to watch. They rushed every character arc in the entire film. They rushed all of the character development. They rushed all the characterization. They rushed the action. They rushed the plot. They contradicted their own plot. I think that had to be what got me the hardest, is they contradicted their own fucking plot. That's an anti-ground cannon. I think you need to go smack a bitch. What the fuck? But Suijin swims. Why did he get hit? Hold on. No. Mako, no. Suijin swims. Why did he get hit? Alright, fine. Taya, go avenge Mako. I don't really know what just happened there. Yeah, that's an anti-ground cannon. Maybe he has a walking movement type. That's really weird. He shouldn't. Red Eyes Black Dragon and 2 Sword Stalkers. None of you guys, honestly, are even remotely amusing to me. But we need to kill the Sword Stalkers. I love blinding my enemies. All 3 of those guys just missed and gave me a fat stack of bonus points. Here, catch this lightning bolt in your face. She missed. Carbide is quite fun. I figured he would be. They added him into Rogue Trader too, so there's a version of him in Rogue Trader you can mess around with. I've been debating whether or not I should mention it, but I had one guy respond to a comment I made 8 fucking years ago on YouTube when I mentioned that the mission involving the oil derricks in Command and Conquer Generals always pissed me off. One guy was probably just straight trolling because his response was, "It's just a game, dude." Yeah, it is. But it's a game that's, like, it's annoying when the game takes away a mechanic you rely on and then tries to force you to have to move at the same pace whilst giving you a not-so-sane level of funding to do that in a game that is all about your funding. And another guy responded, I think it was last night or the night before. He missed. Wow. And it was weird because the guy was just like, "You're awful. You took way too many losses. You had no concept of strategy, and you didn't really do anything intelligently." Implying that he went to my channel and saw me actually do that mission. I definitely was sloppy about a lot of the losses that I took, to be sure. But the way that mission is designed, I'm just going to say this now, you are bound to take a lot of losses for little to no reason in that mission. And make a lot of mistakes, because you have to worry about the bomb trucks, you have to worry about getting attacked from the oil fields. He was definitely being overly harsh with his criticism, I feel. And you have to worry... Basically, the problem that I have with that mission is you have to be able to fund a massive army whilst taking on problems and attacks from 3 directions. And here's the thing. Trying to say that somebody is awful and took way too many losses and didn't actually have a concept of strategy when strategically speaking, yeah, actually I did have a strategy. My strategy was advance with something to detect the mines that were all over the field, or to just detonate the mines in certain instances where I kind of needed to in order to be able to clear them quickly so that I could seize the ground, then hold that ground while I secured all the oil derricks to have all the funding I need to wipe out the base. Where he was completely correct is that I took way too many goddamn losses because I did not coordinate my attack very well at all. However, trying to say that I had no concept of strategy was actually A, overly critical, and B, if you did actually watch the video, you knew the strategy was actually already there. Because the beginning of the mission, you get attacked from one big open plain by a host of suicide bomber terrorists and bomb trucks that blow themselves up on whatever they run into. You can try to hold that off with a standing army. It doesn't matter how much damage you're throwing out, though. You're probably not holding that off with a standing army. They will probably ram into your shit and blow you up. The fire bases that I built took care of the problem and ultimately made it so that I didn't have to worry about the bomb trucks, and then Pathfinder snipers made it so I didn't have to worry about the terrorists. And then the missile defenders helped make sure that the firebase artillery had enough anti-armor to get rid of the bomb trucks before the bomb trucks became a major issue. So there was a strategy behind what I was doing, and it was very evident to see. Pretending like I had no concept of strategy just tells me you didn't really pay attention at all. And it also tells me that you are probably used to seeing much more high-quality strategic play, which honestly is fine by me. But I have been a more casual player for a reason. And I didn't try to hide the fact that this wasn't going to be a major skill run. And I think trying to pretend like I didn't actually have any strategic thought process was a little stupid. And it was definitely a little bit excessive. Trying to say that I played that mission awfully? Yeah, you might have had a point on some level there. I'm not too proud with the level of actual strategic depth that I displayed in that game. Mainly my big problem is that when I did try to be strategic and micromanage my forces, I would lose the ability to macromanage my forces from the back end. I don't know if I'm going to do that, honestly. I could, and it would probably be funny. Yeah. Particularly if Joey actually won that. Castle left arm and castle right arm. My name is Gaia, and I am looking for a master to serve. You are the Resistance, are you not? I must see if you are worthy to earn my eternal loyalty. And there is only one way to find out. We must fight! Ladies and gentlemen, Gaia the Fierce Knight! And he's backed up by a pair of cursed dragons. I'm about to figure that out as soon as the game will let me make a frickin' move. I love the impact of that attack. Both Curse of Dragons have a polymerization. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a pain in my ass. Red Medicine, the Dark Magician of Chaos. I'm actually going to attack Gaia because I want to force them to fuse as early as possible.
Ultimate silence.
The main issue that I have, though, is that the guy kind of responded to an 8-year-old comment that damn, dude. I can tell you're passionate about that video game, aren't you? Gentleman gonna get to move? Doesn't look like it. Jesus. I have to take this chance to kill Gaia before Gaia can be fused. Wow, that point bonus, dude. Okay. keep Dark Magician Girl from getting killed, and let's focus on one of the Curse of Dragons at this point. Good God! Yugi got like 10,000 points just from killing Gaia! What the fuck? Okay! Alright. So that's a thing. Oops. Well, she missed. If you haven't figured it out, Gaia the Fierce Knight is the other monster that you can use Blackluster Ritual on. Gaia the Fierce Knight is one of Yugi's most famous monsters. He has been retrained several times. He went from being a vanilla level 7 monster with 2300 attack and 2100 defense to being an effect monster in a couple of generations down the line. Instead of being a vanilla 2300 attack beatstick, he was... Oh no. Oh god, that's... Game, please. Oh my god. Oh no, no, no! I didn't mean to red medicine him! No! Oh no. Okay. Okay, let me have another turn. Oh. Oh my god. Skill issue. Fucking skill issue. Jesus Christ. And I killed one of the Curse of Dragon monsters. Look at those level ups. Oh my god, Dark Magician Girl got a 4th action point. Yes! I now understand the power of the Resistance. I would like to fight alongside you. Please accept my loyal service. Gaia the Fierce Knight has joined your forces. Yeah, after he beat my ass. So there's Gaia the Fierce Knight. If you use Blackluster Ritual on him, he will turn into Blackluster Soldier, who is, in my opinion, the better transformation option. But I am not always perfect. And realistically, in the end, you can get both if you're willing to play enough of the game. You can play through Yugi's campaign twice and get the Blackluster Ritual a second time in order to get, you know, Gaia again. That's an option. But if you're going for, like, strictly speaking, higher stats and better power, Gaia turning into Blackluster Soldier is the optimal thing. Is that a Thunder Dragon? Oh, hey, that's a Serpent Night Dragon. Shatter. Ow. Yeah, that's Thunder Dragon, Serpent Night Dragon, and Curse of Dragon. Oh, I did not mean to hit wait. Oh, shit. I just wasted that attack, basically. Ow. Oh my god! Wow, that did a lot of damage. Jesus Christ. Dude. Shock blast. Well, you're dead. Okay, Thunder Dragon is down. Focus on taking out Curse of Dragon next. Thunder Dragon is kind of the weak link of this team here. This guy is getting trash canned right now. Get him, Panther. Come on, Flame Swordsman. Yes! Maybe I should swap out Guiltia for Gaia. Guiltia definitely has the highest miss streak of all of Joey's monsters. That's hard to argue. I need my monsters to be able to hit my targets. And I need them to have good action points. And out of all the monsters on Joey's team, his easily has the weakest. Or Guilty easily has the lowest. He often runs out well before Panther Warrior and Flame Swordsman do. Those two keep up with each other relatively well. Alright, Tristan, can you beat these dragons? Can you hit these dragons? No, we really don't. Not my fault, Robotic Knight sucks. Irony, Tristan using the deck master of the monster that defeats him and steals his body. Hey, the Parrot Dragon missed. Goodbye, Sayaru. Ow! Jesus! That one hit me for a crit! Oh, that hurt. Hey, Robotic Knight. Could you, like, not get crit and actually hit a target? Interesting note, Robotic Knight has a Gatling gun on his arm. I don't think he actually has one of those in his card art, but I don't remember. Oh no, he does. He does. Okay. I wanted to make sure that I actually have that correct. Because when Nesbit appears playing as Robotic Knight, the Gatling gun arm is replaced with a hand. Likely so that he can duel. Very nice. Couple of levels. Tristan is actually a half-respectable marshal in this game. Ironic, considering in virtually every other game that he's in, he is a dumpster fire of a duelist and combatant. I will be streaming Capsule Monster Coliseum eventually. Capsule Monster Coliseum, one major issue with it is the enemies' capsule monsters don't ever really get to level up. So the game's difficulty kind of slowly peels away as you get further in. But it manages to perform relatively well regardless. And honestly, I like Capsule Monster Coliseum a lot. I've always enjoyed that game. I grew up on it, and I killed a lot of hours playing dual monster chess with Capsule Monster. It was good. It's not the best put together game. None of the Konami Yu-Gi-Oh games are. I'm gonna purchase, if I can, a physical copy of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Retro Collection or Early Days Collection of video games, so that I can get a hold of a lot of old school video games from their series with better systems or quality of life improvements that make the game less agonizing, such as being able to remove the deck cost limiter to allow you to actually be able to put in whatever cards you want in a deck that you get. More levels. Okay. Oh, they're going to attack Tristan next. With one of their resurrected marshals. I am preparing to attack Kaiba with everything I have. So that Yugi actually stands a chance. Because I'm going to show off why Kaiba is a very unfair opponent to duel. And in this mission, and those polymerizations are kind of part of why. Because 3 Blue Eyes with a polymerization equals Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon in the TCG is a 4,500 attack point monster with 3,800 defense points. 4,500 attack points is obscene even today. And it's one of the highest attack stats you'll ever see a monster have to start. It's a very difficult monster to summon unless you are using a Fist of the Unrivaled Tenyi deck. But there are still ways to do it. 11 plate space between to get it. Yeah, I need to rectify that issue. Look at all of those lights. Almost done with Kaiba here. You're going to attack Kaiba first. You are probably the best prepared to be able to actually take him in this, particularly with his gimmick. Kaiba is able to spawn Blue Eye's Ultimate Dragon a total of 3 times because he has 3 polymerizations. My goal is to try and force him to fuse as quickly as possible. And you will notice that all of his Blue Eyes White Dragons have meaty health bars. These guys can really take hits. Oh my god, am I gonna get away with this? There's some duplicating card. The way the game is set up. Oh my god! Oh my god, he's not gonna get to play Blue Eyes Ultimate! The way the game is set up, there are canonically 3 Blue Eyes in the original card game's lore. In this game, there are 3 Blue Eyes in this particular video game's lore. Wow! Wow! I didn't think I was going to be able to do that to him. I have stopped Kaiba from being able to summon Blue Eyes Ultimate. The trick with polymerization is that in order for it to work, all of the monsters on your team have to be alive when you try to activate it, or you can't use it. He waited too long and didn't actually fuse in time. And Mai's naturally quick monsters got the better of him. So no, there's no duplication card. Blue Eyes counts as 3 different monsters in this game. Destructive Burst 3. That is actually the proper name to, or closer to the proper name of the Blue Eyes White Dragon's actual attack. It's not actually called White Lightning, like the dub tries to say it is. It's actually called Burst Stream of Destruction. Thank you, darling. Thank you. Oh, jeez, wow, my Harpy Lady took a lot of damage there. Octopus got her ass kicked. Oh, wow, I can tell. I will actually show you here in a second. I'm being spoiled, bro. Thank you, dear. Thank you very freaking much. I will take that. I work 6 to 2:30 tomorrow, so I'll be out early. Babe, I hate to ask, can I trouble you for a paper towel, please? I need to blow my nose and I don't want to make a mess. Okay, here, let me show you something real quick, Rev. Rev, do you see how it says Blue Eyes White Dragon, Azrael? One second. Okay, I did not want people to have to hear that. Anyway, now look here. Blue Eyes White Dragon, Ibris. You see that? Blue Eyes White Dragon, Gibril. The way the game has given all of these blue eyes to Kaiba is when the developers created it, they added individual names to the 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons that Kaiba would normally use to summon his Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon in the card game, so that they could bring them to life as a monster fighting team for him in this game. Are you with me so far? I will show it off properly when we get to Kaiba's campaign, because one of the mandatory missions, excuse me, one of the mandatory missions that you have to do in his campaign is hunt down his Blue Eyes White Dragons, because he needs them. And just like how Yugi had an entire level devoted to him getting the power of the Chaos Ritual in order to unlock the ultimate power of one of his monsters, Kaiba has an entire level dedicated to him getting his ace monster. Alright, Yugi, go finish him. He should get there before Insect Queen gets where she's going. If he doesn't, it doesn't matter. So, Yugi, you've come. Kaiba! I don't know what you're thinking, and I'm not going to ask. But if you're working with Scott now and choose to face me, I will fight you with everything I have. I like your determination. I'd expect nothing less from my lifelong rival. I can't tell you how excited I am to finally be able to crush you here.
Bring it on! I will not back down from this fight, Yugi!
If a fight's what you want, then it's a fight you'll get!
It's a rigged fight. Oh, that's humiliating. His blue eyes missed the only attack he's gonna get. Talk about getting shit on. It's his own fault. He should have fused when he had the chance. He didn't, and now he's paying for it.
I've lost! Kaiba, neither of us wanted this fight. Is there something else influencing you? I could feel your pain as we fought. You could not hide it with your words.
I never thought I'd be the one that lacked a cool head. Alright, I'll tell you everything. Scott has kidnapped my kid brother, Mokuba. He's got him locked up somewhere.
What?
Scott has some kind of strange power in this world. He took Mokuba's soul and blackmailed me. He said that I had to defeat you if I ever wanted to get Mokuba back. Now that I've lost, Mokuba will be lost forever.
Maybe not. Don't give up yet, Kaiba. Scott's been trying to make us suffer by creating a situation that would lead to extremely brutal battles. I'm not sure what his plan is yet, but as long as you're alive, he's bound to try and use you again. When he does, it should provide the chance I need to go and rescue Mokuba.
Banishment.
Having defeated Kaiba, Yugi presses toward the capital of Sieg Varts. Without Kaiba, Scott is forced to take charge of his own forces and face Yugi on the battlefield directly. The curtain is rising on the battle that will determine everything. Alright, unfortunately, that's all I have time for today. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been Savage Hound Dusk, and tune in next time when we take the fight to Scott and rescue Mokuba. I've been Savage Hound Dusk. Have a nice day.